Flow, flow. And we're back. Okay. So now, thank you. This is going to be a continuation of the previous conversation. If anyone hasn't watched the first part of this podcast, I recommend that you do, because now I think we're going to head to a bit of a different direction.
Yes.
And so Courtney, so you've given me permission to ask you if you want to bring a message through. You can
Yeah.
bring a message zero. So you're going to channel zero.
Yeah. I'll do what I do all the time for you, and I'll if you want to breathe with me too, and they'll giggle their way in and then
Well, I'm
and
going to
then
keep my eyes open this time. I
yeah,
usually
yeah, that's
close my
fine.
eyes, but I'm going to keep my
Yeah.
eyes open. Um,
Yeah.
and so if I
Yeah.
can sort of guide it a little bit, it'd be great to have zero, maybe have a message for humanity. if
Okay.
if we can do that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Do you want them to just come straight through with that? Or do you want to talk to them? You can, they'll just come through and say hi to you, and then you, how about that? You can just interview zero.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
no different than talking to me. I promise.
Okay.
Like it is different, but yeah, they'll respond just like I would, only they have no human filter.
Okay. Let's
Okay.
let's go
So
there.
I'm just gonna breathe and guide you and list everyone. Because this is the greatest thing we can do is just everyone closing your eyes if you want to or not, fully inhaling, fully exhaling, fully being in your body. This is zero. You continue to breathe, Maria, and all of your listeners. Just allow yourself to be here now. And we are here to speak to you, Maria. And we know that you know what you want to ask us. So just ask.
Okay. Hi, Zero. Thank you.
Hi.
This is pretty wild for me, but I'm gonna have fun with this.
hmm Why would you do anything else?
Why would I do anything else? Exactly. So I first would like to ask if there's a message for humanity right now with all of the chaos
hmm
that I feel a lot of humanity, the world, Earth, is
hmm
experiencing.
hmm
If there's a message that you might want to bring through that you want to say to
Yes,
humanity.
absolutely. And thank you for following the call and for being the voice and the channel that you are. And yes, we do. As we have been bringing through Courtney a lot, we have been bringing to her awareness and to many others awareness that everything has been changing, especially over the last couple of years, specifically the last 10 months, and now collapsing down into this point. And this is one of the most pivotal points of no return, we'll call it, on your human journey. For you, Maria, for Courtney, for all that resonate with you, with us, because you are one of the ones, as is anyone else listening to this that's in resonance. You are the ones that are here that are creating what can only create through you, that are creating what doesn't exist. And it's not to say that all humans are creating their reality, but you are the ones that get that you are beyond what already exists in human form. And Earth is to a level of consciousness and frequency because of all of you that have had these codes within you. And there are many that have been dormant until now, and more have been turning on in specific beings in this first wave of new human consciousness. And you are all resonating more with each other. There's also a lot of resistance. And that's what's creating the feeling of chaos because humans have been conditioned to be so tightly wound and bound and in control of everything. And now from within, it's becoming clearer and clearer because suddenly people are hearing things differently. They're feeling things differently. They're experiencing differently. More are remembering what you are here for. But you, Maria, as well as Cortnie, are one of the ones in the first wave that are here to be these luminaries, bringing light now to those that need to remember this truth. And that has been happening. And so now there is more light. There is more crystalline energy on Earth. There's more clarity, but it's felt, it's experienced, it's not thought, it's not taught, it's not opinions, it's not facts. It's actual creation in the now. So as of now, when anyone will be hearing this beyond you and Cortnie in this conversation at this time, once you release it, this point will have happened. And there will be an undeniable, it's going to be different dependent on where you are in your remembrance journey as to a level of awareness that you have of what is beyond, as to call it psychic, call it intuitive, call it the clairs, whatever you want to call it. There's just going to be heightened sensitivity to what is beyond form. For many, it'll be a new ache, a new yearning, a new calling. It'll be suddenly you're craving different foods, you're wanting to move in different ways. And we have been telling you this for a very long time. Then this has been slowly happening, but now it's going to be undeniable. It is going to be harder than ever before for the new humans to deny their truth. For all of you that have worked so hard to not be your authentic expression, to not be your truth, to not be, as we have been bringing Cortnie, through Cortnie, your X factor. You are the undeniable variable to your reality. You are also the unexplainable. You are also the uncontrollable, but you tried really hard to fit into a world trying to control what you are, which is impossible. And so all of you humans have put in so much resistance and resilience to get here now. And you've all had a lot of moments and catalyzations and points of no return on this journey. But at this time, it is going to be easier, it is going to be clearer and more peaceful than ever before. For those of you going first, for those of you that are really here to be the new earth luminaries, that are the chosen ones. As you know, all humans are chosen ones. The human is the one to source, to zero, to the now, to create through. And you are the ones that resonate with this. So it's not to say that other humans that don't remember this and don't resonate with it aren't a chosen one. That's just not at this time a part of their journey to remember. And from here on, it is going to be clearer how everything we've been saying and many other channelers, channels, higher consciousness coming through in all the ways over this last decade have been telling you all to do what you love, to follow what excites, what ignites you, what is of your highest excitement, to do the things that you are present in, to choose the things you want to participate in, to stop giving so much of your light and your life away in the now for the future that doesn't exist. Because usually when you get to that so-called future that you dreamed about a year ago, even if you did save and wait, you're exhausted and you don't have what you thought you would have and you don't feel how you thought you would feel. Life is only now. And this point now on earth, that is going to start to be what is felt in the collective because of all of you that have been doing what you've been doing and what you were just expressing to Cortnie, Maria, with The mind is really understanding, which shows how much you are designed for this because your mind is the part understanding. Your mind is understanding that you are actually beyond the mind, and you are one of the ones that is here to go beyond that. And that is the tricky part of this on the human journey is that mind, right? But without that, you wouldn't exist as a human if you didn't have the ego consciousness, if you didn't have the subconscious mind, if you didn't have this sacred technology. But now it runs differently. You are more crystalline than carbon. There's less density in your body. There's more trauma and memories and history that humans have been ignoring and suppressing have been alchemized because more of you have been remembering the truth beneath it, have been allowing yourself to feel the light that is alive inside you. Now, there are many humans that don't necessarily realize this is what they're doing, but they are. And the ones you have witnessed and you witnessed in everything that we bring through Cortnie and the Light and Love Club, specifically in Chosen and Chosen VIP, that happened at the time it was meant to because that was the only way that now all of you can really go beyond. We needed you fully choosing you beyond the amount in your bank account, beyond the relationships, knowing that you have to trust you before anything else. And this is your experience, and this is how you serve to the highest. So, the important thing that we want anyone receiving this to hear is, and we have said this to you before, Maria, and many others that we speak to through Cortnie, but one of the most important things for you all to know now is that it is going to actually be so easy and peaceful. And that is the challenging part for nervous systems that are conditioned that it needs to feel like chaos and confusion and control. So then it confuses the human mind when you aren't confused and doubting yourself and feeling unworthy. But you designed yourself perfectly to live a life beyond your wildest dreams, to live here now on earth. And it is the easiest thing you can do. Why would it be easier to be anyone else? And you don't need anything from outside of you. But now you're at a time where there are more and more sacred mirrors like you, Maria, that are being called to show up and use their voice and do what you're feeling called to. The proof being this podcast. You know you want more to awaken, which is really remembrance of what is alive inside you. And as we have brought through for you and everyone else in Chosen VIP with us, is there is now on earth, and it is going to be again undeniable after June 1st, there is a new feminine frequency that has been dormant and you have been experiencing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's one of peaceful, powerful, embodied expression. And it can only play now and express through you because you have exposed your truth, because you have a more sacred and harmonious relationship with your divine masculine and feminine. You yourself and others that you are in resonance with now and that you are going to see more and more in this world. And many of you hearing this, and this for many of you is the first time hearing Zero and Cortnie, but you will feel this if you're resonating with this now. You have been choosing you more. You have a safer vessel, channel for your feminine expression. It does not matter how you identify. All humans have feminine and masculine energy, but in the 3D, it's a very toxic relationship where the masculine energy is trying to control the feminine, in each being. We're not talking about the outside world, your inner being in the old paradigm, in the old world, in the third dimension, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of inner control not expressing yourself, not speaking when you want to, not actually creating it the way you want to, not letting it be messy. That is your masculine controlling your feminine energy. And just like the outside world, that does not create a safe environment. So then you have nervous systems that are so tightly bound out of safety and security and fight, flight, freeze, fawn, because that's what you've known. But you have all outgrown that. You are beyond that. You can't fit into that identity and reality anymore. And you can't survive anymore in the fight, flight, freeze, fawn nervous system. The new earth is coherence, 5D consciousness, heart consciousness, the new earth, heaven on earth, whatever you want to call it that lights you up, is you coherent, present, feeling it all. Doesn't mean you don't feel sad, you don't feel pain. You feel it all. That's the whole point. You are the ones here for this whole human experience. But also remembering that you are beyond it. And that's when you truly have access to be the channel, the bridge, the conduit, the portal, the way shower, whatever, the luminary, what the light worker, whatever lights you up to say that you are, because it's your choice, as it's always been. But the call is loud now, and it's coming from within all of you. And the more that you choose to follow on the things that you want to do and you don't know why you want to do them, as you have with this call, you will experience as you are more and more how it's actually easy and peaceful and expansive. And you actually, the more you do it, the more energy you have. It's not draining. And that's how it works now in the world that you are all in. And it's going to be harder and harder to go to the old paradigm, to go to the third or fourth dimension. Now, you are all multidimensional beings, but some of you at this time are remembering the and experiencing, feeling the higher dimensions of consciousness. And you can name, label, number them, whatever you want. We speak through Cortnie, 5D and beyond, because all of you that are here to resonate with being in the 5D, which is the space of light and love and presence and awareness and imagination and creation in the now, when you're here now, that is when you get access to everything that is beyond the form, which is like winning the lottery for a human that is fully embodied, because there's nothing you can't do. You're playing a limitless, infinite game at that point, and this is what you chose to remember. Now, this may be a lot for some of the listeners here, but we would encourage everyone, including you, Maria, at this point, to breathe again, fully, deeply, completely, and make sure that you do this. Fully inhaling, fully exhaling. Does this feel good to you? Does this resonate? That's how the new earth works. It's not rules, it's resonance. And everyone meant to be in it is a pure-hearted being. So you're not going to harm anyone. You're not here to take from anyone. You having more, you living your dreams, you doing everything that you want to do is going to bring more light and love to this planet, which is what you are all here for. But the only way to do that now is through you. Life is happening as you. And so when you meet life now, when you meet yourself now, you have all the power. You are the power source to this. And you all have soul contracts with higher consciousness that will create through you when you allow yourself to be that open vessel, when you allow that feminine frequency to create. But you have to be present, breathing, coherent, feeling. And then you will do that more and more often now. It's not to say that you won't have times where things trigger, activate you, but each time you will have the remembrance. You will allow it, and allowance, awareness in the now, which is consciousness, bringing your light to whatever you're feeling. There will be sacred messages. There will be deep inner knowings, or you will just feel the urge to cry, to scream, to let it out. Or it may bring up a memory you hadn't thought about. And in the awareness, you have a conversation that creates a deeper connection. There's so much that is here to happen through you, but your mind needs to stop trying to control it. You're all here to be the channels of your reality, not the controllers of them. So use your mind as a tool. Allow yourself to be fully in your body. That is all that Cortnie is doing here, is she is fully present, and as she shared, had quite the journey of trusting in what she's always known and done, because it takes deep surrender of the human, because you've all been conditioned to think before you speak, to watch what you say, to and for all of you that are listening right now, and especially for you, Maria, here, you're so hyper aware and sensitive as you're designed to be. So your whole life, you've felt and known so much, and you've got really good at controlling it all because you can. But now you have to live not controlling because you can, living life to the fullest because you can. Source wants to live the funnest, most abundant, expansive life through you. You came to Earth to experience life, and you are the ones who chose to remember that. And when you fully get this and you can stop looking at your reality because it's over and be present in the now and obsess with creation, with what wants to birth through you, and express how you feel called to speaking, painting, cooking. It doesn't matter. As we've told you many times, it does not matter what you create, it's the frequency you do it in. And there are more verbal channels than anything right now, remembering. And so, and this is so that this frequency that is now moving through humanity, that is not dormant anymore, that is in the root, so that it can express what humans need to hear, but it is happening through the alchemy of your human journey. So, your lens, how you have experienced this, what you have been resilient through. That is how we use Cortnie, her stories. It's how humans relate with each other. The human mind needs metaphor, story, analogy, proof. So we use her, and Source uses many other humans for this so that other humans get the remembrance, the sacred mirroring through other lights on earth of their truth. But authenticity is the key. So it's letting go of the in between, being fully embodied, letting your sacred technology, especially your reticular activating system, it's a very powerful one to play with, tune it to the reality you want to live. Not just having a vision board on your wall, although that's great, but live it. You have to live that now and follow the calls and know whatever is the highest dream, desire, excitement, it's better than that. So that is Source expanding your human to the capacity of what your human now can imagine you're worthy of. So make it as big as possible. Don't worry about the how.
Right.
Embody, feel what it would be to be that identity, living it, and then trust that it's that or better. So if things aren't happening how your human thinks it should, it's because there's better, there's easier for a lot of you right now, because you are so intelligent at delaying and waiting and numbing and running and needing the validation. For many of you right now, the most powerful thing you can do, the most powerful practice we can give you and all that will receive this, Maria, is live now. Be obsessed with now. And do anything that brings you present, gardening, writing, speaking, everything you listen to. You are going to be, as we brought through Cortnie last night, you are all, especially through this weekend. So most, when they hear this, will have already experienced this or are about to. Source is contacting you, but in ways that we need to for where you're at on your human journey. So it can be through a podcast like this, it can be through a conversation, and you will feel remembrance. Things will shift in ways your human mind cannot predict. And the more that you trust in that, the more source feels you present and your channel opens to receive what you don't know. You're here to be a voice of that others need. And there are so many beings praying for what all of you have to bring through, just like you expressed in this, Maria, as to what Cortnie has done for you, because she allowed herself to be her full expression, to be here in her 0 point, which is the point of now, the point of origin, and then feeling your X factor, which is the crossing point in the now moment of the human and source, of the feminine and the masculine, of the one and the zero. And you, in every single now moment, are that factor. And so when you live now, fully embodied, there's nothing that can stop you. But you really have to practice right now. If there's anything we can say to everyone here, because we know for some of you, this may be overwhelming and your human mind is very involved right now. Breathe, be here now. Continue to make the little devotional movements. Every micro movement matters so much bigger than the big one, so much more and more powerful than the big ones. Humans will obsess over the big things that you want or the catalysts that have happened in your past. But between all of that is life. All these little micro moments, the lunch that you eat with a friend, the walk that you go on with your dog. This is what Source now wants to experience through all of you every now moment, not just a vacation that you settled and sacrificed for 5 years so that now you can go and have too much expectation and it's not what you want it to be. You're here to live now, and it is going to become so hard for all of you to not be. And so, to answer your question to the chaos from the beginning of this, when you really get that you are all here for creation and you don't deny your power and you allow yourself to do what you're here to, and you aren't fighting against yourself, there's no chaos because you trust you. So anything that isn't in resonance isn't impacting you. This is your life. And yes, because you are all of you here are so compassionate and caring and can see and know and feel the lower frequency things happening in this world, the old paradigm, focusing on that and continuing to tell a story of separation, of war, of suffering is just giving it energy. Nothing can exist without energy, without consciousness. So the more beings not giving conscious awareness to what they don't want to, different if you're in a circumstance when you're in it, but for the most part, you are not. And so the more that all of you live your life to the fullest, you will impact others and this planet and give permission to others to go beyond the circumstances and the situations they think that they are stuck in ways that you cannot comprehend and you don't know you need, just like you didn't know that you needed the things that you've heard through Cortnie and Zero until you heard them. And every single person that's resonating with this message, this is for all of you. All of you. We'll pause there. If you
Wow.
have anything you want to say, anything you want to ask Maria, we will pause and let you
Breathe for a second.
breathe. Breathe. Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling excited,
Mm-hmm.
feeling at peace.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I feel like I've been gaining, I've been having this trust in myself more and more and more.
Hmm.
And I, and I've, and exactly what you said, it's like I've seen that play out in my life for the last couple of years where I have taken those
Hmm.
micro steps towards me, uh,
Hmm.
and followed my intuition, my call. So I'm feeling very excited that I started uh,
Yeah.
this podcast because it's something that I felt called to. And
Hmm.
I also feel that I was writing about a lot of this last year, um, in my coaching page,
Yeah.
and throughout the year about love and freedom and choosing ourselves and the control factor. And I feel like I don't know, like maybe I was ahead of my time last year, or I was connecting to something, my higher self, that I guess that I just
Hmm.
didn't know.
Yes.
So I'm working on my self-confidence and on a daily basis, with all those little micro things.
Hmm.
Um, so and right now I want to ask you, but I don't want to know. So part of me is like I loved time travel movies and books, and I wanted to know what was going to happen. And sometimes I would go to the very end, of a book before I even read the book. Um, so I want to ask if I'm going in the right direction. And I don't necessarily want to know exactly the outcome.
We will never tell you anything that you aren't supposed to hear from us. So you just ask us whatever you want right now. Yes, you're going in the right direction, but there's more that you want to ask. We won't tell you what you aren't meant to hear right now.
There's more that I want to ask.
Anything.
Are you, um, I, I honestly, I have.
What's on your heart? Any curiosity? What
Oh,
anything?
I'm gonna get very vulnerable then.
Okay.
Okay. Um, a soul partner.
Okay. You want to know more? Okay, we can give you that. So first of all, we'll go to the first part of this. Yes. You do you, for the sake of your listeners, and as you know, we love using humans as living proof. So before we go into the partner part, right here, right now, do you feel aligned? Do you feel present? Are you enjoying this?
I'm having so much fun.
Does it feel easy?
Yes.
Yeah. Even though you're human, maybe feeling nerves or anxiety, as you humans will call it, can you feel that that's just excitement? Because you're living it, you're doing it. This is how you know, first of all. So we just wanted to reflect that for your sake and for others. It's not just source says yes, you're aligned, but it's based in how you're feeling. And anyone listening and resonating is going to be very impacted just by that alone because humans complicate this. But as you know,
Zero.
and you just,
One.
yeah.
Okay. I think I changed my mind. I don't want to know too much about my soul partner. I think
Okay, we will say something.
I want to keep that
Well,
to
we will say
myself.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is for you. We will get there. Trust us. We know what we're doing. We know why you're good.
Okay.
We'll make sense of this for you. So first of all, we want you to reflect as you just did, as you have with Cortnie before on a year ago. Because many of your listeners right now are at that stage where they're wanting to do things, but don't know the how, right? And they're trying to make things exist and they don't know why it's not coming through. And can you right now feel and reflect into the fact that a year ago, it wouldn't have been the same? Because you didn't have this embodiment of your truth. You weren't at a point where you were going to fully express yourself as you are here and be as vulnerable and authentic. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so just for that, for the sake of everything you're here for and the ways that you are here to impact others, that year was really for you and all the now yous to get to this point, to this level of embodiment where you can create safe space for the others on your podcast, for others that listen. And it's rooted in truth because it's your truth. And that's what matters most for everyone in what you're creating. Now, we will give a little bit, and we know why you hesitated. Now, as you know, or maybe don't know, we don't do predictions because everything is possible. And so, as soon as anything is said, it affects your
Right.
mind. It
No, I don't want
affects
to go
your,
into the, yeah.
yeah, it affects that. But we know that you know that he exists. We know you can feel him. We know that you know he is here in your field. And you, right now, are at a point in your journey where you needed to be alone so that you could really focus on this creation, this podcast. And he is equally in his own part of this journey so that when you come together, it is undeniable. And anything, anyone that you currently have in your awareness by chance, it is not to say that it isn't them, but we can tell you that it will be undeniable when you are with them at the right time.
Okay.
And all you need to do is what you're doing now. But we encourage you to pay more attention to the callings and pulls, to things that fully excite and ignite you, like fully excite and ignite you. And especially when you don't know why or where it's going to take you. Because that's the journey now. And you want to be with someone who's living that way too, right? That's so in devotion to the now and the adventure of life. That's what you want is to experience life.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes,
So that's how frequency works. So you want to call in someone who's living that too. And you don't, because there's some beings on earth, many, who meet at a time and they get to this point of adventure together, but they went through hard times maybe to get there. You've done all of this. You're at a point now where you're going to meet this person and the alignment will be there. The ways you want to live life will be there, but you got to be living it because that frequency is going to attract them. So it's just more and more embodiment, putting yourself in the spaces and the ways and the places and not knowing where, and we won't say more because we don't want to ruin it for you, but just we wanted you to ask that and to be aware of that because that is how you are going to attract, and they are doing this on their side so that then you're both just ready to go and amplifying and mirroring more to each other as you are experiencing more and more from the connections you have now of sacred mirroring, like you and Christina, in the resonance and the expansion that you give each other and that soul deep connection and knowing, like you have with Cortnie and many others. That is what you want with the person you're going to do life with. And so you have to be in that fully for you, which you are more than ever before. But it's just a deeper devotion to what really you want to do because you've got a lot more nows to live and you're the ones here to do it wildly alive.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And I have it recorded.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I guess before we bring Courtney back, yeah, like I said, I don't want to know too much into the future. And I think you've covered a lot of the
Hmm.
bases right now.
Hmm.
Um, I know our conversations will continue. I feel like you're looking at me like she's going to ask something else. Do you feel like do you feel I need to ask something else?
We can say more for you. We will say a few more things for you and for everyone listening. You're doing this perfectly, by the way, because this is the way you're playing this is how you're meant to, Maria, because this is the thing that we would love to illuminate for all of you here is you live in a world, in an age now of information. There's a lot of information, there's a lot of opinions. It's getting louder and louder. You can use any device in any now moment and hear someone's opinion, someone's channeling of what is happening. It is more important than ever that you all, especially those of you at this level of consciousness and frequency, that you really spend your attention, your now, listen to, buy into, invest in all ways, as we tell you all the time, your energy, your time, your frequency, your money, but most importantly, your time and your energy, because your time, as much as time isn't real, time, the linear time on your human experience, is a part of this, like gravity, to keep you human on earth. And you can't get that back. Now, you will get a lot more life out of life the more you live now. And you can reverse age the more that you allow higher consciousness to stream through you. All of these things are real, but there is still the linear timeline. And we're bringing this through because you are all the ones here to collapse that, not in a way where time doesn't exist and you don't have a doctor, dentist appointment at a certain time, but where you are living your life so fully that all of the sudden you realize you're in a world beyond your wildest dreams. Things are easy. You're magnetically attracting what you didn't even know that you were here for. Like a girl on YouTube getting married in a castle, which Cortnie didn't know that was one of her soul-coded dreams. You're all going to start to have others reminding you through their journey, through their channeling, through their expression of what you're here for. It's why relationships are so important now, and that you are in relationship with yourself first, that feels good, harmonious, intimate, embodied, and then you trust yourself so much that all your relationships in life match that vibration. So anything that you're engaging with, whether it's the accounts you follow on social media, a YouTube video you're listening, the food you're putting in your body, everything matters more than ever before, and not to obsess over it mentally, but to feel your choices in your body, because you are going to be so much more aware of how you are here to express. And that is going to call your ego consciousness to panic because you're acting out of the known. You're going beyond, which is why beyond is existing through Cortnie now. And this is what you new humans are here for. So you've got to stop going back to what worked before. But more importantly than that, everyone's truth is their truth. It doesn't matter if it's true for you or not. It doesn't matter if it's true for you or not to them. Stop fighting for what's right to your human mind. Stop needing the facts, stop needing the opinions of others to create your reality. Resonance, remembrance of what you're here for, devotion to the now, because you can find information and opinions and facts on anything. And the level to which now beings will be channeling, especially verbally, and bringing messages and higher consciousness through, please all remember that it is coming through the human vessel, the sacred technology that has had experiences and trauma and a lot on the journey purposely. And so if someone isn't resonating with you, that message isn't for you. If something doesn't feel good to you, their point of view, their perspective, even this here, you don't have to buy into it. That is how you are going to really move beyond the old paradigm too, not focusing on trying to make what doesn't resonate true for you, giving as much time and energy, frequency, money to what you want. You are the wealth frequency of this new earth. You are the ones who are architecting it. And there is an abundance of everything you need within you, flowing to and through you at all times. All you all need to do is just stop controlling and filtering it. And you'll know how to do that through what's fun, through what's expansive, through what excites you. Even if it challenges your human, stretches it, that's a really good thing. Feel that edginess. You are all here to spend more time in the nonsense, beyond, in the unknown. That's how you're designed. You are the ones that know and feel and get this. But the tricky part is you are also the ones here to be the living proof of it. So you have to move before there's evidence. If you didn't make the move to start this podcast, anyone listening to this would not be hearing this conversation. If Cortnie didn't say yes to being here, we wouldn't be here speaking to you. Everything you choose in the now is creating life. You are creating life in every now moment. So do it embodied and sovereign and true to you. And you will be amazed at the ways that you attract what's in alignment with that confirmation. You all get to live as your highest self now. And it's the easiest thing for you to be because it's always been within you. You've just put a lot of effort into not allowing it to fully express through you, your true frequency, your X factor, the true unfiltered essence of you.
Wow. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I wanted this to resonate with so many.
It
Um,
will. It will resonate with who it's meant to. And many of them will then be impacted and share it. And this is just opening a door and a conversation. And we will speak with you anytime you want to, Maria. And Cortnie will too. You're doing something very important here. And we just want you to always come back to this feeling. It gets to be fun. It gets to be easy. You know how to do this. And we encourage you to open up to even more that wants to express through you. And you don't need to know before you know, just allow it. You're already doing it, but just continue to be more alive and wild and free and playful. And as you've seen in this last year, create your reality by making the decisions you want to. The decisions are key. They are the portals to your reality. So you can think about it all you want. You can believe what we're saying all you want. But as of now, it's the decisions that matter because that's how Source speaks to and through you, through resonance now. So if Source has to continue to show you where you're not free, where you're not choosing you, because we're not going to reward you for being in relationships and in spaces where you are not being your truth. It won't feel good. If it feels good, it's true for you. And allow that to be your compass. Trust yourself now and express yourself how feels good, edgy, expansive, fun, true. It's really easy and it's going to get easier. And no one has to believe this. But why not? You've all put a lot of effort and hustle and settling and struggling and suffering and resilience into this human journey. So imagine how good it would feel, how much more energy and time you would have if you stopped thinking so much and you just started living and really expressing through just your presence in the now without resistance. You're doing it. All of you, or you wouldn't resonate.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have many more, but they're a lot more private. So
Yeah,
I'm not gonna, yeah, I'm gonna stop there. Um,
that's okay. We've got a lot more time to have with you and beyond, so don't you worry.
thank you, Zero,
Yes.
for coming in. Um, and yeah, we can bring Courtney back if you'd like.
Okay.
But thank you
Thank you,
for
Maria.
being here. Thank you.
You're welcome. We love you.
I love you too. Thank you.
That awkward moment that now your listeners get to listen, get to. witness. My face hurts, so I know I was smiling a lot.
Yeah, they had a lot to say.
I'm really hot and tingly as usual. So um, I see it's 2:08 here for me. I have no idea what time zero came through, so I don't know how long that was,
That's,
but
yeah, a while.
a while. Yeah.
They had a lot
How,
of messages. Uh,
yeah, I just feel so much love. Yeah. For
do
my side. So you can
you,
tell me, ask me, pardon?
do you remember now?
No, I definitely wasn't fully gone. Like I was kind of seeing you, but I really had no aware, like consciousness. No, no, I didn't. I just feel love. That's all I can say. And like giddiness. I just feel a lot of like, I've been feeling this a lot, like just a lot of giddy energy in the quantum. And I said this the other day. I know that's like because more of the beings that I'm here for, like all the higher consciousness that I am connected to, is just so happy for all of you that are doing the things and being it. So yeah, I just feel giddy. So you can fill me in or ask me anything or whatever, tell me anything.
Oh, well, I mean, we spoke about humanity and how we're entering this new realm of
Mm-hmm.
consciousness and how we're
Mm-hmm.
connecting more to other streams, or we will be.
Mm-hmm.
But that, yeah, things are accelerating after June 1st. They didn't go very much specifically into that, but the
Mm-hmm.
chaos, my question was about chaos. And
Mm-hmm.
they said, that the chaos is what we make of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like that's me summarizing, like it's what
Yeah.
we make of it. So
Yeah.
if it's chaotic and you want to add more to that, you can choose to do that,
Yeah.
or we know that the chaos is here to teach us something so that we can take the next step to a better outcome.
Yeah, well, that feeling of chaos is always happening in creation, birthing children, anything we do, there's always that energy, but it's like it's expansive if we let it be and you aren't trying to control it. You're allowing, like for me, a lot of the time, it feels chaotic when I'm trying to control creation.
But they did
And
speak about control. Yeah.
yeah.
And they also mentioned, paying attention to what we're listening to, what we're watching, what we're
Hmm.
consuming. Uh,
Yeah.
and that's been very clear. I've been
Hmm.
saying that for a while. Like, I don't watch the news. I
Hmm.
find out I'm aware of the news,
Hmm.
but I don't watch the news. I'm very careful as to what I watch, what I put in my mind,
Yeah.
the music that I listen to, the food, if I crave ice cream, I'll have ice cream. If I,
Yeah.
I can have whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, just being more aware of what we're like, we get to choose what we consume within
Yeah.
our lives. And
Yeah.
that includes everything. And taking those action steps. And
Yeah.
and being more of doing the things that we want to do, because that's where life meets us.
Hmm.
I liked that kind of
Yeah.
summary of that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was fun.
It's
That
fun.
was
It's
really,
great for me.
really fun.
I've told you, like, I've been waiting for this. I wanted to be on all the podcasts because doing the channeled messages every day is great, but like, I like talking to people. So it's fun. And it's fun for me. Um, when I, trust someone like I trust you, zero will do what zero does. I don't know. Anyone that's here that's new to any of this, like, because there's a lot of views and beliefs or whatever around channeling. I resisted using that word in the beginning because of people in my life and the way that they heard that word, but it's what Zero continued to tell me I was doing. And I get it. And I get that I was here to shatter some like paradigms and belief systems around what that means. As much as, yes, we can channel angels and ascended masters and whatever we're meant to, and we designed ourselves to, if you're called to that, if it just happens. But I feel that now in this world, it's this new earth is being created through those of us that are living now and expressing ourselves and the bringing to life, like birthing into life what can only exist through us. That's what Zero's told me. Who Zero's told me I'm here for is for those that are here to create what doesn't exist without them, like without your sacred technology of your human body and the frequency of your, call it soul, that chose to collapse down into that human form and give it light, give it life, and create through it. And the more, and like that's what I feel is happening now, is it's just that collapsing of time where there's less beings not present and more of us are here and living and doing what we love and creating things we don't know others need. And the frequency when you receive things from someone that is doing it from love and passion and presence, it is so different. And we are the ones that speak authenticity, right? Like you feel when something's authentic and true. And it's going to get so loud if we continue to, in any ways in our lives, have ourselves in spaces where things aren't aligned with us, aren't true for us. Like we just can't handle fake anymore. And that's not because we're higher and better, or anyone's doing it wrong. It's just we have to be responsible and discerning for our journey, what we're coded for, and put ourselves in all the spaces and places and in our day that feel good. Like I've been so excited to be on your podcast with you, been so excited all week to be here and participate and experience this. Not for some outcome, but to actually just be here in this with you. And that's how I live my life and how in 2 years I've created a life that is so beyond the vision board, the dream, all of it.
Yeah.
Um, and it wasn't because I figured anything out. It was because I stopped trying to figure things out and I let frequency lead and trusted in source and attraction and magnetism and all the laws of the universe,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
that we've learned, the secret and all of that. But then
Yeah.
you can't just think about it and speak about it. You have to live it
Yeah.
and make the move, start the podcast, interview the people, do the things that you want to do. So
Yeah.
that to me is the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm so excited. I'm excited for like, yeah, for the unknown.
Yeah.
It's really, yeah, that's why I didn't want to go. I had the chance to ask Zero, like, a lot. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Zero to me, you know,
You can
like,
go as
I
long as you
don't
want.
want to know. I really don't, because I find that if I know too much, I just go into trying to control how it's going to
Yeah.
happen. And
Yeah.
then it just, I can plan for things. That's what I've been saying over and over again. It's like I can plan for things, but I can't control them. And I don't want to be put into that position of, well, the how is it going to happen? How am I going to control how this is
Yeah.
going to happen?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
when I let go of the control,
Yeah.
it is so much easier, and letting it be okay and not worrying about what others' opinions are, if it doesn't vibe with them,
Yeah.
then it doesn't. But I hope it does.
Yeah.
This vibes with a
Yeah.
lot of people that are
But
listening.
that's the thing, and that's where I came to too, where it's like I used to want to control like who would receive it, and I wanted everyone to receive it, but then was also terrified of people listening and judging me, and our human minds are so wild. But it's when you really can surrender and trust that like for me, I mean, you've heard it, you've reflected to me times like the wedding, and when the messages when I wake up in the middle of the night and I come and channel or whatever will resonate for you. And I never know, like I'm not like I don't know who specific. Sometimes now that I have a close connection with all of you, sometimes I know like the loved one the other day. I had some of you pop into my awareness, but I don't wake up and I'm like, oh, I have to say this for this person. I just have to trust like who's meant to hear and resonate, and many won't. And Zero says that like we're not here to convince you. This is not everything is for everyone. And so, but that's what this new earth is all of us just expressing authentically and vulnerably and genuinely from our truth now, meeting ourselves where we're at, and then that will attract who you don't have to pretend to be something around because people see you
Right.
and your truth, right? Like that's the greatest gift that I have from you and everyone in Light and Love Club and now Beyond and everything else, and especially Bali and all of it is I'm just in awe of like my authenticity is, being my magic gets to be mirrored to me through all of you.
Yeah, you are so loved.
Yeah.
You are
I feel
so
that.
loved. Yeah.
But I didn't used to receive that. I didn't feel worthy. I felt like I had to save everyone first, right? And I don't because there's nothing I hold everyone at a higher level than maybe they hold themselves. I don't see anyone as there's no problems. There's nothing broken. We're all perfection and it's just all the beliefs and all the things that we veil our truth with that get in the way. So the more you express yourself authentically, you get to experience what I get to daily, that my truth is impacting who it's meant to. And there's truly nothing better than that. Like nothing. That's my mission. Like I just want everyone on earth to experience what I get to, living my life how I want to, loving myself, loving everyone, literally everyone on the planet. Doesn't mean I want to hang out with everyone on the planet, but I love everyone and no one can convince me otherwise.
Literally going back to that phrase, lead by example,
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah.
really is going to that. Like that's who when you see, for example, like someone in a movie, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, they did it this way. Oh,
Yeah.
well, if they can do it, I could do it. I could do it my way,
Exactly.
but it's we need those examples
Yeah.
sometimes to say it really can, as long as we
Yeah.
change this mindset and embody ourselves
Yeah.
and truly believe that we're here to be the best versions of us,
Yeah, well, and that was a thing for me that I had
Yeah.
to move through and zero uncomfortably. Moved me through even just the last couple months because they've made it very clear to me, like why they come through me for all of you that are here to be in zero point, and I'm here to like create beyond, and I'm here for New Earth luminaries and to create this whole um new human economy where we are all paid for our authenticity abundantly and our creations through our genuine expression. But I had to get comfortable with talking about those things and like this sacred sexuality and all the things that have been coming through that I know I'm
Been
here.
having some fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We've
But
been
those
having
were
fun.
like some like sex and money were things that were due to the past when my channel just said things and I didn't know my power. And so, like I said, like you've experienced with the whole like Kundalini awakening and all of these things, it's 222 here. But I just like I knew that it would come through when it was meant to. And I needed to be the living proof. Back then, I believed like we get to be paid to exist and we get to do what we love. But I was, minus zero in my bank account and had a million ideas, but didn't know what to do with them. Overly creative, but like trying to figure it out too much. And I had to just show up and express. And now get to live in overflow in all the ways, doing what I love and creating opportunities for others that are meant to hang out with me to like experience and witness me. And Zero's made it very clear that, I'm here to be this living proof. And especially with 808, like being pushed to do the craziest things that I've always wanted to do and create this whole new human event and like go above and beyond truly to have humans experience being in the 5D. Like you're not coming 3D and I'm healing your childhood wounds. Like those will all be gone because they don't even exist when we're our truth. Like those things only exist if we give attention to them. Doesn't mean you haven't had the experience. You have the alchemy. It's a part of your genius. I'm so grateful for all of the things that have happened to me that I've shared with you. Like all of it.
Yeah.
Bankruptcy, my dad leaving, an eating disorder, like all of those things add to my magic. And I truly believe that. And anyways, but yeah, we need living proof. We need sacred mirrors, as I call them. We need expanders because that's how the human mind knows it's true, right? Is from what exists. So there's so many beings on earth right now. that are doing the things. We're two of them, right? That people can tune to if they're in resonance and their human can have proof. It does work out if you choose you. You can create from beyond. Like literally everything you've experienced for me is because, I got the inspiration, got the download, heard the thing, but I don't have to do it. I don't have to go and record the video. I can not pay attention to the calling. It's not like zero's gonna hurt me, but I
You're
feel better.
doing it for you.
I Yeah, I feel better when I just express myself.
Yeah.
When I hold back, it suffocates, it suppresses. Like our soul wants to express. And we're in a time now where any suppression is gonna it's just not gonna work for us that are at this awareness and consciousness. So yeah.
Oh,
So
we're in for
fun.
some really, really good, fun times and
Oh,
all of it in between. And yeah, we're gonna have yeah, we're
it's
gonna
just
get
live life. Like,
live life. Yeah. Yeah.
and give yourself, like, the more you celebrate life, the more, it's one thing to say, oh, great, be grateful, but like that's become such a practice that I don't even think people really embody. Like, I just want to be alive for all of it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but I've known my whole life that's like, oh, part of what makes me different is I only want to be here. I didn't want to do the journeys that take me out of being human. I want to fully be human, knowing I'm source. But yeah, and I do believe that more and more are now remembering this and more are.
I agree.
But it's then living. It's not then, oh, I ascend out of this human form. It's now I live this life to the fullest and I love being me and I express myself and I create and yeah, our frequency is our currency and like be your truth and you'll be of the highest value to whoever you're here for. I don't know. Anyways, all the things.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun. Yeah, I'm going to the opera tonight. Well, I'm not going to the opera. I'm going to
Oh,
go listen to opera singers. I was
that's
invited to
fun.
a little event, so I'm excited about that.
That's fun.
But I do find myself saying yes to more and
Yeah.
more. But I also ask, like, am I already predicting that I'm not going to feel safe in that or in that
Yeah.
environment? Or like, do I want to be in that kind of environment? And so far I've really, really followed my instincts
Hmm.
and every time I do say yes, like it's that or better. And I
Yeah.
go with no expectations. So
Yeah.
it's I've been having a lot
Yeah.
more fun times
Yeah.
lately. And I do believe it's because I've been working the mind and realizing like it's now, and
Yeah.
I have the power to choose for myself what I want
Yeah.
to do and what I don't
Yeah.
want to do, what I want and what
Yeah.
I don't want. It's just like choosing the food. Like, what do I want to eat? It's like getting
Hmm.
a menu. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want that, but I want this.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Exactly. Why not?
And
Yeah.
that's how I feel. It's like there's this like I don't know, just this feeling of just wanted to be alive, like just live.
Yeah.
And this is very expansive for me. All of my interviews here have been very expansive, but obviously this one is very, very, very different. But it also opens the door for me having other guests that are
Yeah.
like going to blow my mind as well,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
which is fun.
Yeah.
So yes,
Yeah.
that's what I
Yeah. That's what we're here
yeah
for. Like,
yeah.
it's so crazy that this human journey, and how much effort we put into doing it the other way, right? And then how much energy and effort we try and put into heal ourselves. And it's like, just choose that you are. It doesn't mean you're not going to feel things, but like
Mhm.
that's why we're here. That's why we're on Earth, right? When I get triggered by something, I'm like, okay, well, there's some density that needs to be alchemized and feel it, cry with it. I don't know, have whatever conversation it arises. Be here. Say yes to life. Like, Yeah, and what brings you alive and feels good. And you probably along the way will still negotiate with Source, and I
Yeah.
still have my stubborn times.
Oh, and I mean, and your stories are great, like your
Yeah.
story, you have the most, yeah, things that happen in your life sometimes are very interesting and very fun to listen to. Um,
Well,
and we enjoy that because it makes you human and it's like
yeah.
you still go through the feelings and the all of that, but yeah, you're showing how to do it from a less of a, I guess if it happened to other people, it would be like they would be really scared of some of
Hmm.
the things that you've experienced and but you're showing in real time like well it like the other with some of the medical stuff that you're having like
Yeah.
you showed in real time like you predicted that that was going to be like one of the worst weeks of your life and then
Yeah.
it turns out to be one of the best weeks of your life
Well, yeah.
just like
So,
literally you just got shown that
yeah.
that prediction machine was not
Yeah. 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 Having 12 teeth extracted. It was great. I mean, and I was awake for most of it. I felt most of the
yeah
pain, but the pain was over and it needed to
yeah
happen. And Source provided me the most incredible surgeon. And yeah, got to be taken care of and be in LA. And for a horrible situation, it couldn't have been better. And I still have numbness in my face, but it's slowly going away. And I'm just grateful I'm not paralyzed. Like, it is what it is. When you stop fighting against reality and what already exists, there's so much more time for fun. There's so much more time for
don't think
channeling.
I don't think that you would have come all this way to like not be able to speak anymore or be paralyzed in the mouth. Like
Yeah, true.
I just don't see that happening with you.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. Yeah. And yeah, I have one other dental surgery in next week on this journey. And yeah, I mean, it's been clear my whole life, and I don't care. I'll be as transparent, authentic, vulnerable as possible. But for most of my life, it was just too much for people, right? So I try and say and share less or like dilute what I wanted to say and share. And yeah, I don't know. I've just always had a different lens than a lot of people around me in my life before. But now that I live my truth, I attract who's in alignment with that. It's crazy how easy it is when we let it be. And we're here to feel it all. You can't selectively numb. So part of this journey is feeling pain and, you know, anger and all of the things, but those things happen a lot less when we aren't thinking about them. Like a lot less. But when we spend a lot of time in the now worrying about the future, it feels like it happens all the time, but the more like it's fascinating, the more you live now, how much the things like the hard times really don't happen that often. Because I'm not going to say they don't ever happen on the human journey, but they really don't happen as often as our mind predicts at all. Because once you don't have those security guards going off trying to find the danger and when's the shoe going to drop and is it really this good and can it be this easy and do I really just get to choose me and all of that. Um, there you just open space for source to amaze you and the connections and the creations and
Trust. It's just
yeah,
trusting myself. It's it's that's huge.
yeah,
Does that mean
yeah,
that I feel worthy enough to trust myself?
yeah,
I mean, it's all interrelated. It's just all
yeah,
related, our thoughts and our feelings and everything. It's just when we put it all into one package,
yeah.
it's just like we're the ones that feel everything, but we're also the ones that think everything.
Hmm.
And when we start thinking about things differently, then we start feeling things differently. And when we start
Exactly.
feeling things differently, we start attracting things in a different way. And it's just really this beautiful formula and it goes back to the law of attraction, which I so believe because I've
Yeah,
really attracted, not such good things and good things. But it's like
yeah,
you start attracting what you put out there and what you feel, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
if I was like living constantly about complaining about how bad my life was, my life would continue to be about
Yeah.
complaining about my life was. It's
Yeah.
just a constant loop, right? But
Yeah.
step out of that loop and
Yeah.
step out of that pattern and recognize that it's every once in a while it can come back. But if I
Yeah.
step out of that, it's like, okay, well, what else is possible once I've done it before. I've started my life a
Yeah.
million times before. I have moved a gazillion times in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, always trying to fit into my new environment and fit into my new environment, fit into my new environment, and always relearning, and so
Mm-hmm.
I see the patterns,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely see the patterns. And then
Mm-hmm.
those get programmed so deeply in someone that that's, but then when you recognize them, it's like, okay, well, now I can start working and
Yeah.
figuring out a different, instead of taking a right, I'm going to take a left or, you know,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. We got
but
to go
it's,
against that prediction machine.
yeah.
And the now us is the only one that can do it. You can think about yourself in a week making better choices. It doesn't, that's not gonna like you just we spend so much time on the human journey waiting and the amount of times that people have said to me like I did like they're waiting to feel ready. Ready isn't a feeling. I remember when Zero first brought this through. It's a decision. You're either deciding to do it or not. Like you're always ready. We're always ready. It's not a feeling. There's no feelings ever like, okay, I feel completely ready to do this thing. There's that, what does that feel like, right? Like there's no, the human has a really hard time identifying that. And so it's just deciding that yeah, I'm ready to make this move, to be this identity, to live this reality, and then doing it and continuing to show up consistently. You don't have to have consistency in the specifics of what you do, but you do need to have consistency in showing up and choosing you and being present. Like that's how we recode. I mean, you've been through many super conscious recodes. It does work, but then you've got to live as that identity because every now moment we have the opportunity to choose the limited version of us or the limitless one.
Mhm.
And the limitless infinite one is going to play that game, is going to choose things that expand us and excite us. And the limited one is going to do what we know we can do and survive because that's what we're trained to do. And there's nothing wrong with it. Like, but I just know that's not what my soul is here for. And that's the other thing that I feel is happening so clearly right now is like all of us that are here to be these new humans, like we are coded, designed differently, and things are becoming more and more online. And it just, we can't deny it anymore. Like it doesn't feel good to contain ourselves and to control ourselves and suppress ourselves and our souls are so agitated like they're I feel like the last year it was like a lot of remembrance and now because so much has been like felt remembrance that now our souls are like hey we got to play let's play let's create let's express let's do this like because our souls have remembered why we are here on earth and it's not for this is my exact purpose and this is how I do it but we're here to live and there is I do believe all of us have a new earth purpose but it comes through us living now and being that the X factor, the channel, the creator, whatever words work, um, that only you can, and doing the things like this because these are things we create on Earth, podcasts, and yeah.
And I also feel that all of this is leading, at least for me personally, um, I'm so drawn to when I see a child, a young
Mm-hmm.
child, and
Mm-hmm.
I run into them in the elevator here or like on the street, and it's just like, oh, they're so free,
Mm-hmm.
and I love like I've had my nieces like draw things and I put them immediately on my fridge
Yeah.
because it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna make this a different color than what it is. Like because
Yeah.
that imagination and
Yeah.
I love seeing that that energy in that unfiltered
Yeah.
energy, because they are born free of
Yeah.
thought, free of
Yeah.
spirit. Like they just want to play.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what we're coming back to,
Absolutely.
like our inner
Absolutely.
child, that freedom that before we got the conditioning. I just constantly go back to that. And now I'm putting photos up of myself when I was little, like, okay, remember,
Yeah.
remember that, and I'm having, and I am starting to have more remembrance as well of
Yeah.
certain points in my life, that may have made some marks on me, but I
Yeah.
had them very, very so far deep inside that they're just kind of coming up to the surface. So it's
Yeah.
really a process of of working the mind, and yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But it's
But once you're living it, it's not. There's like
yeah,
the
yeah,
stage,
yeah.
that in between stage, right? Where it's like you're witnessing like that. And I know you've heard me tell a lot of stories of witnessing like my ego and my soul of like my soul just wants to express a new thing. And my ego was like, but but why? And what about this? And what about that? And telling the stories and having, the cringy feeling and the vulnerability hangover, but like that means we've done shit. Like that means that we've done things beyond our comfort zone, which is a really good thing. Like that's what I'm here for, is for aliveness and like genuine connection and playfulness. Like exactly like you said it. Like, and we all had that at some point and we can see and witness it. But at some time between 0 and 7, we have emotionally charged event that brings our ego online, and then it's all humans, but now this new human, like we are in this new world, and we get to explore and have curiosity again and fun again. I remember one time, I was definitely way before the Light and Love Club. I think I was in Grand Prairie still, and I remember leading something and taking people to that feeling of like, do you remember? I don't even know if I've ever said this to you. I don't know, because you all listen to more that I say than I do. But that feeling of like the last day of school before summer break, and just like never feel like you're free. Like you can just you have 2 months or whatever to just play, and do what you want to do. Like I can go to that feeling, like riding my bike home that last day of school and just being so excited for the unknown, right? Maybe there's some camping trips or whatever, but that feeling I feel we're supposed to live in all the time. To me, that is the 5D, is like feeling that free and that excited about the unknown. And like maybe there's some plans, but like we aren't trying to control them and all of that. And at whatever time, people lose that, but that's how we're here to live, at least in the world I live in. That's how we're here to live, and that is how I live. I mean, you see me, I come to cows and unicorn onesies. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I
Let's have the fairy tales and the Disney
yeah,
movies and
yeah,
all of
get married
that.
in castles
Get
and
married, travel, and have fun.
yeah,
Like, let's have
yeah,
all of that and still experience the pain and or what, the
yeah,
sadness and all of that.
yeah,
But let's have more of the good stuff too.
yeah, yeah. And I do believe that this new like feminine frequency, that's what it's here for, is to create that again, is literally like birthing us. Like this feminine energy is like birthing these new humans into, living playfully again and creatively. And before we got taught to control our expression. And yeah, and like I know I've always known that's one of the things. I don't remember a time in my life. Like as a kid, I always heard a few similar things of what I was here to do and always saw myself on stages. And so I was like in leadership and all the things, trying to figure out what I was on a stage to speak about, and talked about cats and went all over. But um I remember, I genuinely don't remember when I first heard it or how, ever not hearing it, but that I'm here to show people their naked truth so they can share their sacred magic and live their limitless potential. But like as young as like 7, how do you explain that that's what you're hearing? Other kids are like, I'm going to be an astronaut. And I'm like,
Maybe.
I So I just say, I don't know. And then I was like, I think I'm supposed to be like a broadcaster, like a on Entertainment Tonight or something. I was like, I'm supposed to be on like on a stage, on a screen, have a mic. Like I knew this. I just back then this didn't exist, right? Like I didn't think I'm just gonna be channeling messages on YouTube and then I'm gonna throw my own events with my own stages and things live or online or whatever. But I knew this, right? It's just I stopped trying to figure out the how and it got to be so much better. But and I feel every person, every single human is coded with this. And it's all the things that we have been lit up by in life and that feel good and expansive and that we just want to do and we wanted to do as kids. And maybe not exactly as we saw it, but yeah, I don't, it's always been within us. We just got so consumed so much of the environment around us and the opinions and how we get love and belonging and safety because that's what we're coded for is to belong in the tribe, but like we don't need that safety anymore. You're safest if you're true to yourself and embodied in yourself. And then you attract people that like really have your back. Because when you attract people you're performing and pleasing for, and then shit happens, they a lot of the time don't have your back, as I experienced, right? But now I know if anyone messes with me, the Light and Love Club is coming after
Oh
them.
yeah, we're
With
coming.
all the Care Bear stares, with all the Care Bear
And
stares
that's been
for
fun.
that person, for that person to be happier. But you know what I mean? Like I I felt alone my whole life until honestly, like this last year, even like few months, because I was always surrounded by people, but I didn't actually feel genuine, authentic connection. But it was because I wasn't being my authentic truth. So, and most people aren't. So we can't, people are complaining about being lonely, but like you got your, you've got your true soulmate with you,
Well,
right?
see,
You
that's
are
yeah,
it.
that's interesting that you said that because I was going to say, but you got married last year and you've been, you've been in a
Yeah.
relationship for before that.
Yeah.
But so that brings me to to relationship
Hmm.
with a partner.
Yeah.
That it's like the partner is not the person that's going to come and save you or the
No,
partner that's gonna like all of a sudden, make all your dreams come true by
no,
doing everything for you. It's like, no,
no.
the partner is here to walk with you.
Hmm.
And when I when
Absolutely.
I when I saw that from a different point of view, because I was married for a long time and it just kind
Yeah.
of, we went kind of different ways after a few difficult things that happened in our lives. Um, and that led me to Panama and so then all of a sudden I'm exploring like, okay, well, what are relationships all about? And
Yeah.
but it's not about someone coming to save you and take you out of your
No,
misery, or it's like someone
no.
to walk
Absolutely.
the path with you. And that's what I love about watching you and Jeff
Yeah.
is you guys are walking, you're so different. The two of you are so different, like so different, but it's
Hmm.
really, really fun because to experience the two of you because you just there's just so much love
Hmm.
and respect for each other and
Hmm.
we all get to see that, and
Hmm.
yeah, and what I saw in Bali, I mean, my heart melted well, I'll share that with you in private because Jeff had said something to Zero and my heart just melted with love. Like he
Hmm.
yeah, it
You
was
can share it. I mean, I don't care unless you don't want to, but Jeff won't care.
definitely okay. So
No.
we were having a session with Zero
Yeah.
and he asked how could he be a better husband to
Oh,
Courtney?
yeah. Someone else told me that.
And
Yeah.
I may have told you that back then too. I
Yeah.
don't even
It might have
remember.
been you.
But that he was so vulnerable in asking
Hmm.
that in front of, 25, 30 of us.
Hmm.
Uh, and I just loved that. Like
Hmm.
I I don't even
Hmm.
I don't really have words for it.
Yeah. His like, and with us, like, to talk to relationships a bit, when we met, like, nothing of the current circumstances of our lives made sense for us to be together. And everything in my head was like, but instantly, like instantly, I felt something I knew my whole life I was meant to feel, but I didn't know what it was until I felt it, right? Like, and even though like for the first couple of years of our relationship, because he was in circumstances due to his circumstances that we don't need to get into here, but like he had a lot that he had to go through. And I knew I came into his life at that time to be there for him and his kids, but not to save them. And
Right.
in every other relationship, I always tried to like save and fix, is that was what I see the best in people and I want them to be that, not for me, but for them. And Jeff is so honest and so real, and it it was just this undeniable knowing, but like our like more so his human had to like catch up, and like not catch up, but had things to move through before we could fully like feel what has happened over like the last 2 3 years. Um and but I know that was meant to be. And there were times where I like took a break because I trusted myself. And that was the first time I'd ever done that in a relationship. Because I usually would be like the pleaser and, make sure everyone's okay all the time. And um, when when we really trust in our inner knowing and feeling, and like, especially when your heart just resonates, it, you can't you can't deny it. And so with us, it was like I just always knew it was playing out how I was supposed to. And our constant thing was that we just wanted what was best for each other. So at times when like it just wasn't meshing, we would take a break just to share. It was that instant connection and knowing from the beginning, but life circumstances were a little delayed, and Jeff said he'd never get married again. And then, yeah, we got married in a castle last year, pretty much unexpectedly, right? Like I didn't know if he would ever, I did know, but I didn't know it would happen that fast and that I wanted to get married in a castle and all of the things.
I still remember
Um,
that video. Like
yeah,
I still remember even your surprise. Like,
yeah.
folks, I'm getting married. Like you were like,
I
I
was like, if I ever do, it'll be a destination wedding and all these things. And then it turned out my soul had different dreams, and it just was easy and it felt right. And that was huge for me because in like before he proposed, as you've heard many times, like in super conscious mastery, when I was choosing me, I'm like, our relationship's gonna go one way or the other. So my prediction machine was like, I'm not doing all the things for him and the kids. We might break up and I might move to Australia. And then on the other side of super conscious mastery, because it's 111 days of like, I was all in, like every day, channeling a lot, live calls, like 33 one-on-ones. Like that was my priority. And it only made him love me more and our connection grow deeper. And for my side, because we like he didn't need anything from me. He just loved me and my truth, and he just wanted me to be happy, and he could see I was doing what I was here to do. And then he took me to Mexico and proposed, right? So it was like I had convinced myself like, this might not go, because I was so used to being in relationships in all ways in my life where if I didn't do all the things I thought I had to do for people, they would leave me. But I created those relationships that way out of fear of abandonment, right? Because my dad left when I was 5. So I had all these stories and protection mechanisms, and I refused to do that with him. So our relationship is so genuine and pure and strong because and it was due to me, but he played along. He didn't know, but he played along. And like, we're clearly meant to be together in all the things, all the ways that now, especially his gifts and my gifts, get to play into beyond and all of that. But I have never, ever experienced being seen and loved by even when he was afraid to say he loved me because he was very heartbroken when we met. um I'd never felt love like that, like, and still don't. Like and everyone deserves that, and I feel that for him, but I had never felt that in return. But I also was able to receive it because I had at that point found that love for myself too, right? And
right.
because I spoke my truth through our relationship, and I didn't just tell him what he wanted to hear. So like him choosing me, he was choosing my truth, not my performance.
Right.
right? And he's the most on, like, he can, he's honest to a fault sometimes, but like he is, yeah, the most genuine, honest person I have ever met. And that's truly what people deserve. And to live, like you said, like, we love doing life together, but we definitely are different in many ways. And I'm in my office, like we both work from home. We do everything together technically, but I do my thing that I love doing, which is hanging out with all of you here through a computer screen, and he is doing the things that he loves in this business, right? So, and these are another thing. Like I knew I was here to, and I'd had businesses with my ex in the past, but I knew I was here to create this like online world and do it with someone that wanted to live life in this way that I wanted to. And on paper, when I met Jeff, and truly through the first few years of our relationship, he was not that person to the prediction machine. And he would never be, on live calls and in Bali with us. Like I could 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that would have been like, there's no way I would have believed you, everything that's happened in this year and how much he's immersed in this and Halo Vision and everything that we're doing, right? So for anyone that needs to hear this, and maybe more specifically you, Maria, is like when you have those visions and like you have these dreams, these ways you're meant to feel, things you truly want to experience, like from your heart. That's for a reason, but please, for your own sake, like don't try and control the like who and the how and the when, and that's how
No,
we
no,
collapse
I'm
time.
so,
Yeah,
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 so, yeah,
yeah.
glad
And
that.
it just you'll be amazed at the ways that this is all being divinely orchestrated or whatever you want to believe in. But I just ultimately believe we're here to have fun and to love ourselves and have that love overflow to everyone we're here to share it with, and that we get to be in a divine partnership. I do believe we're all here to experience what Jeff and I experience, and getting to be fully ourselves and amplifying each other and just wanting each other to live life to the fullest and
Mm.
not needing each other to match our core wounds.
Yes,
And
yes.
yeah, not to say we don't have shit and be there for each other through it, or like that we don't have, times where we argue or whatever, especially when you're running a business together, we can see things differently, but like nothing can change the love that we have for each other. Like there's just, it doesn't. And the trust, like the true intimacy and trust. But that wouldn't happen if we didn't have it with ourselves first, right? Like I had to get to a level of intimacy and trust with myself before I could even be in a relationship again. Um, and yeah, that's the only way, because the masculine can't feel healthy and like it's doing its role if the feminine doesn't surrender. And the feminine's not going to surrender if it doesn't feel safe to trust the masculine. And most people focus so much on these energetics, whether they know it or not, in human to human relationships, but it all starts with you. And I know I was at that point with myself when I met him. If I had met Jeff like even a year before I did, we would not. We would not have in any way had the same connection, because he wouldn't have been able to be with the people pleasing me. He doesn't like that, Courtney. He likes me fully expressed, and when he gets to hang out with me 7 hours after 7 hours of a live call with you all, so turned on and like lit up, and like he doesn't even know what I'm saying, but I'm just like
Happy to be with you.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so just talk about a
You have
relationship. But yeah.
you have date night tonight. So today's Friday.
Yes, it is
Yeah,
our, I
today's
think,
Friday.
42nd. I highly encourage everyone. We have for 42, I'm pretty sure it's 42 weeks every Friday, because we got married on a Friday, is our anniversary. And we do something, just us, no, whatever it is. And we take a selfie every week. So at some point when we're like 100, we'll have however many weeks that is of pictures
I
of
don't do
us. I don't
math.
know.
Yeah,
I don't either. But yeah, I'm really grateful that I started that traditional week into being married. And if we've been away on a Friday, then we like Zoom or FaceTime for at least some amount of time. So, anyways, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Yeah. Everyone deserves it.
Yes.
But you have to start with you. You have to have it with you.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you do. I know
Yeah.
you do. I know. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I know you
I know
know.
you know. Jinx.
That's happening more and more. I love that.
Yeah.
This whole
Yeah.
almost like a telepathy thing and synchronicity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um, all right. Well, I think I appreciate all your time. Uh,
It's been
all
so
your time.
fun.
All your fun. I really, really do. This has been a blast for me.
Me too.
Especially because it was just so unscripted and so,
hmm
you know, we just went with the flow, which
It's the whole point.
the whole point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do want to say, so what I'm going to do, because I want to put all your information about
Yeah.
all these new things that you're creating
Yeah.
beyond the
Yeah.
program of Beyond, the event in Canada in August.
Yeah.
You're creating Halo Vision.
Yeah. Our app.
The app is coming out. It
Yeah.
may be out by the time this airs.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things. And so I'm gonna, yeah, I'll be putting all that information and encouraging people to, go back and watch your YouTube videos and
Yeah.
I think that'll be fun. Um, Although they
Yeah.
probably already have. Most of my viewers right now are part of like Love Club, but a lot of them, I think it's expanding. The viewership is
hmm
expanding because the interest is expanding because consciousness is expanding. So
Exactly.
it's like it's like now, right now.
Yeah. And we need people like you having more conversations like this and everything that you have been, all the conversations you've been having. And this is
Yeah.
what we need is new, is unfiltered voices, right? That are coming from heart consciousness, not ego consciousness. Like that's how this new earth is being remembered and architected and whatever channeled through all of us is through heart consciousness and us expressing ourselves how we feel good doing. If you know it's for you if it feels good. It's wild how much our humans have been conditioned otherwise, and we're the ones here to break those paradigms, Maria. We get to have fun.
Well, so that just clicked something in me. So, all these beautiful moments in my life that I've
Yeah,
had, right? Like just beautiful, happy, happy, happy moments. Um,
yeah,
and I'm kind of realizing it that now that I'm
yeah,
so much more aware, like I can start also creating more of
yeah,
those opportunities for myself
yeah, yeah,
and others. And that's the really fun part about
yeah.
this is
That's what,
I
yeah,
didn't, I didn't, that I can start putting myself in those positions. Yeah.
yeah. Create the things that you want to exist in this world and you want to experience. And we all get to, but yeah, it's like when you get here and you actually get that and how much all the previous yous have done to get you here where you can. So you were always doing it right. We just made it really complicated for ourselves. But that was a part of the journey. We need the polarity and the duality, or we
Right.
don't know hot
Right.
without cold. We wouldn't know what we don't want, right? Or what we do want. We wouldn't know what we do want if we didn't know what we didn't want, right? We wouldn't know what feels good if we didn't know what feels bad. If everything was just ecstasy and bliss, we'd just be source consciousness,
Right.
right? Like
Right.
the
Right.
human sensing, feeling being is the point of this. And we're here to use this technology to our advantage,
Yeah.
not manipulating it and hating it and torturing it and yeah, and forcing it into spaces it doesn't want to be in and boxes and labels. Anyways,
Hmm.
it's
Gonna be a
just, it's,
whole other conversation.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have them all. You,
Yeah.
anytime. I
Thank
will.
Well, this is
Yeah.
my favorite part is that
Yeah.
I think I've always loved this is the connection,
Yeah.
the conversations. Um, that's what excites me is that I
Yeah.
have all my life, I've enjoyed these kind of conversations. I've
Yeah.
enjoyed, not superficial conversations, but more real, authentic conversations. And now I'm actually doing it.
Yeah.
This is really, really expanding me. I'm really enjoying myself with this. I
Yeah.
really am.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
having a lot
know.
of fun with this.
And it just gets to be more fun.
I can't
It just
wait.
gets
Yeah,
because and
I'm always excited.
that's
Yeah.
what we create, like what we manifest. If you show up creating it out of like force and hustle, you're gonna have to keep showing up that way. So like, and I know I've said this to you before, if you show up and have fun with it, let it be easy. That's how things started to flow for me on my YouTube. Is like, I'm just gonna show up with a mic and a laptop and like stop making this so complicated and talk. Do the thing that's easy and natural for me. And then still like and then that just starts to expand more and more and now here I am, creating all the things I'm creating now that I dreamed of before and I knew were, some version of me would experience, but I had to really start to enjoy the now more and live it, not think about it, right?
Yeah, and something that's very interesting about you that's different from me is that you've said this a couple of times. Well, besides you not liking chocolate, and I love chocolate. I remember I brought you chocolate to Bali, and you're like, I don't like chocolate. I'm like, oh, brought you candy chocolate.
Jeff enjoyed the chocolate.
Okay, good. Then I'll bring him more when I can. But it was interesting because I've never heard somebody say this, like I don't like surprises. Like I personally
Mm.
love surprises. But good
I
surprises, right?
I do no, so I love surprises. The thing with me is I have trauma around surprises, so let me explain this. I want surprises, but because I've always my whole life been so aware, people try and surprise me, and usually I ruin it. So like I've lost friends over ruining a
Oh,
surprise party. Like seriously, like so I had like when I know that people are planning surprises for me, my human gets uncomfortable because I'm like I don't want to ruin it because I don't mean to. I don't mean to. So then it's like when I do love when I do get surprised, it just doesn't happen that
yeah,
often.
yes, yes. Something just
Yeah.
yes, because then you go into the prediction mode. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That happened on my 18th birthday.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I was leaving the house. My friend was picking me up, and it was just two things. My brother and my mom were both saying goodbye to me,
Yeah.
but it was the way that they said it, like "have fun,"
Yeah.
because my
Yeah.
friend had already talked like
Yeah.
she's not coming home tonight. She's going to spend the night.
Yeah.
So and I do. I was like, okay, well, I felt honored
Yeah.
that I was having a surprise party for that they were having a
Yeah.
surprise party for me. My friends were.
Yeah.
Um, but I was already like in the mode of prediction.
Yeah.
Be this and this and this and this. And it
Yeah.
wasn't. It was nothing like what I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Um, but it did take a little level of fun out of
Fun.
that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's my thing. It's not that I don't like surprises. It's just I actually do when they happen. But when people are like, I'm going to surprise you, then my human's like freaks out a little bit because I'm like, I don't want to ruin it. Right. Because, yeah. And like when you guys did the whole surprise thing, I mean, it's not that I didn't know something was happening for my birthday last year online in the Late Love Club, but I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
expect this song. Like, so that was good. Like, I loved that and I loved feeling that. And I don't get that feeling very often. So I do love that, but it's the whole idea of someone knowing someone's trying to surprise me that I'm like, don't
Yeah.
ruin it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
that's the other thing, like humans are here for surprise. We want surprise, but then this is a great thing to end with, I think, because but then we try and control everything. Then like I don't want to control everything. I just
I
am
don't either.
so aware and I've never not been. And it's like I truly didn't like you guys just weren't that secretive. You talked about it around me. Like my mom was on the phone talking to you about it. Like I heard it. Like I didn't try, right? But to come to the human side now, because yours brought this through, and I think that like most humans, they want that. They want surprise. Like we want something new and different, and to feel that excitement by something, but then we try and control it and it doesn't work that way, right? Like surprise, magic, miracles, all of frequency can't be controlled. It's just gotta it's an experience in the now. And anyways, so yeah. I do like surprise, but and I do get surprised a lot now. Zero will surprise me. Actually, all of you surprise me a lot more too. Chosen VIP definitely had a lot of surprises for me, so that was cool. Because I'm my human's been expanded now beyond because I can bring through things to all of you that like they're telling you at the same time as me. Whereas before they had to kind of like work it into me to share it. Does that make sense? Like my human still was like a little bit in control, I guess. But now, like things like X factor and X rated consciousness and all these things, I'm like, what is this? Lux, all of these things. I'm like, my human used to be like, we can't say these things. And now I just don't care. So that's been fun. There's like the Lux thing was a total surprise, right? So that's been fun. Yeah.
That was interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there she is in the back. So,
Yeah. The disco cat,
yep,
who you'll get to meet in August.
that'll be fun. I can't
Yeah.
wait. I can't wait.
Yeah. I want you on my stage. I know I've told you that.
Yeah, I'm
Just say it here.
surprise me, or not. I mean, just yeah, I'm in. I mean, I'm just here to
Yeah.
pick more
Yeah.
and more and more.
Yeah.
It's exciting to me. So,
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be so fun.
yes.
I'm so excited that I get to witness all that you're gonna do and to be a part of it. I'm so,
Thank
so grateful and so honored. I was so excited when you finally launched this.
you.
Um, yeah, and I know this is just the portal to more. And
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
yeah. It's just it's natural, it's innate, it's easy, like everyone can feel it. I know that. Um, and I'm excited for all the people that you're going to interview and conversations you're going to expand people's minds with, which is really what I think you're here for, is to really expand the mind. Yeah,
I feel that.
yeah,
I feel that because
yeah,
I love having these kind of conversations.
yeah,
It's
yeah, me too. I told you I'm jealous of you because I've been like wanting to start a podcast like this, and I was like, but like you needed to do it, and I'm so happy to be on. I'll do it, but yeah, it's just so fun. It's been definitely like like we're talking before, like we need those expanders and living proof. And when you feel like not envy or jealousy, but just because you doing it doesn't mean I can't. It's just like I want to be doing that. I even just being here though with you, like I said, um, I just crave more conversation. That's why I've made all the changes I've made in the
that's what
like,
I want. Yeah, conversation.
yeah. Yeah, just genuine, authentic. I've said this my whole life. The thing that turns me on the most is genuine, authentic connection. And that can only happen now, right? When two beings are present and embodied and expressing themselves. And I feel all new humans. I feel all humans, but crave this, but I feel all new humans are now making the choices to experience this more and wanting to hear, like especially in this time of AI and everything, which is super powerful and can make our lives a lot easier, but it also I feel is creating more of a desire for this, for human authenticity. So use the AI to make things easier to share it, but like I think the calling and the need, and that's why this, whatever it is that's awakening within us, is happening now because we need more like pure humans
Human connection. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the only way that this new earth can be created. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I think that's the whole
yeah,
point. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
AI is not going to replace human connection. So it's,
It can't.
yeah.
No, there's no way. So, yeah. And it's a fun tool if it in some ways there's definitely ways that it can make having an online business easier,
Mhm.
right? Like I'm grateful that I can be in Canada and you're in Panama and we can be here doing this. Like technology's a gift that we get to use, I think, even though it's annoying sometimes. It's, all I just see everything on earth is here for us to play with. And everything is what we make of it. Money, artificial intelligence, whatever you want to call it, authentic intelligence, or what did Zero call it at one point? I don't know. Anyways, I can't remember what it was when someone asked about that, but yeah, it's all for us to use to enjoy this journey,
Yeah.
I think. That's how
Yeah.
I choose to live anyways.
I agree. I totally agree. I
Yeah.
completely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how COVID was. It was, we wouldn't be able to, yeah. And COVID,
Yeah.
with FaceTime and all this,
Yeah.
and Zoom came out, like Zoom became very popular during COVID. So,
Exactly.
um,
Well, and
that's,
it made it easier then because more people had to learn how to use these
yeah.
things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all, to me, it's all for the highest and best, like everything. And again, our reality is what we make it based on our perception and what we choose to believe. And yeah, um, it's always this or better. So if it's not working,
It
something
is.
better will.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
you're amazing.
You are too. Thank you. Thank you so much for, yeah, I think I think I commented one time, like, thank you so much for existing because I finally was just like, oh, yeah, I get it. I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get
Mm-hmm.
there's more and
Mm-hmm.
I want more. I want more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it was about resonance. It was just about resonance.
Yeah.
It was like I could feel what you were talking about instead of just like talking at me. It was like I could feel. Um,
Yeah.
and that to me is what resonance is. So
Yeah. Exactly.
really, really
If
amazing.
that's, yeah. And resonance is remembrance. Like, and it's remembrance of these are things that this is what feels good. Remembrance of a message or connection or whatever that our soul's here for. And
Mm.
yeah, that's to me the rules of the game here in the new earth is does it resonate? Is it true for me? Does it feel good? And also does it not resonate? Does it feel bad? Right? Like those are the rules in my world. And yeah, to just love ourselves and that will emit out of us and attract and
Choose
create. Yeah. Yeah. It's easy to say though, and then a lot of people don't actually do it because they don't choose themselves. And that was the trickiest part of the game for me was saying those things. We're all one love, all of it, seeing and having an immense amount of love for everyone else, but not choosing it for myself. And so even though I was receiving the higher consciousness, I was still putting it through a lens of like unworthiness for
that.
me.
That's exactly with me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I still remember, I mean, I remember now poignant parts in my life where I actually chose to love myself,
Yeah.
even through a tough situation. And those marked that, like, yes, it all begins. So if I can choose myself here in this moment, that means I
Yeah.
can choose to love myself in this tough moment and
Exactly.
this tough moment. And then that's where the worthiness doesn't come from other people. It comes from within when you
No.
choose yourself. Like
Yeah.
I chose me and that that's why I'm so appreciative of everything that I've
Yeah.
learned, especially through all, through all the mind work that you've done.
Yeah.
It's been a
Yeah.
process, but it's been wonderful. It's been
Yeah.
wonderful. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, so I think I don't even know how many parts this is going to be, um, but it's been amazing, Courtney. I
Yeah.
so appreciate you being here today with me. I really
Me
do.
too.
Yeah,
I'm so grateful. So honored to be here. Been dying to be on since you launched it. So I'm so happy that it worked. And
yeah.
yeah, I'm just so grateful for you in general. And
Thank you.
yeah,
So much love to
so
you.
much love. So much love for
So
you.
grateful, so grateful as well. So, all right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for watching and for sticking around for all of these different conversations went all over, but it was yeah, just keep following Courtney and me
And Maria.
and Flo Maria E. Not sure how many parts this is going to be, but yeah, hopefully you get to see all the different parts. Um, and I hope everyone enjoyed it, and we will see you next time. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.